Qualities of a good teacher, part 3. In this part, I want to talk about critical thinking. When we talk about critical thinking, is the ability to analyze the situation, you find or you identify the cause, then you devise a means of managing that situation, then you make decisions for the way forward, and then you also think about what you can do to avoid such a situation if it is not favorable. So that is critical thinking. Are you planning for the lesson? You need to think about your learners. Remember, you are teaching an individual learner. What are the needs of that individual learner? Think about each and every learner in your class. You have a class of 25 children. Then think about each learner. Know, if I do this, will this learner understand? If I do this, will I have favored this learner? So you have to critically think. As you are planning for your lesson, you can even sit down and think about your class, how the lesson will move. You are critically thinking. You are planning ahead. When we reach the time of assessment, you need to assess each and every learner, and you need to know which kind of feedback I'm going to give this learner. If a learner has performed poorly, are you giving a constructive comment? That feedback can build a learner or break a learner. So you need to critically think, is this appropriate to this learner? Is my language appropriate to this learner? Before you abuse a learner for poor performance, are you constructing or you are destructing? Yes, that learner's bad behavior, but the way you're punishing, are you punishing to discipline or you are punishing to damage? In this civilized society, corporal punishments are not allowed. It's even illegal. But you find, I've seen a lot of teachers losing their jobs, simply failure to control their anger, emotional intelligence. All that requires critical thinking. Think about the situation. Analyze the situation. What has caused that? How best can I manage this? Alternatives. Which alternatives do I have? Which opportunities do I have? What will be the repercussions if I do a certain thing? All that is critical thinking. Then, analyzing results. They are teachers. They receive results, but they can't analyze. They can't look at the trend of performance. This learner joined us when she was performing like this. Now she's performing like this. What has caused this trend? All that is critical thinking. Then you analyze and say, according to this trend, this learner is progressing. According to this trend, this learner is stagnating. So, according to this learner, this performance, this trend, this learner is deteriorating in performance. So, all that require critical thinking. So, a good teacher must have this skill of critical thinking. Think through each and every idea, then make logical conclusions, and then forge a way forward. There, you are going to influence the situation, you are going to influence the people around you, and trust me, you will be admired by your fellow teachers, your administrators, The parents will appreciate you in every way. Another point I want to talk about in this video is student-centered. For everything you do, make sure you are student-centered. For any design you make in the class, ask yourself, is it appropriate to my learner? The language you choose to use while communicating in class, ask yourself, is it appropriate to my learners? Your dressing code as a teacher, think about it. Is my dressing code appropriate to my learners? Each and everything, the lesson, the instructional materials, the methods of teaching, each and everything must be learner centered because the learner is the business. The teacher's input is seen and confirmed through learner's output. So if a learner is not performing well, it means you as a teacher, you are not performing well, you are not teaching well. So everything you do has to be child-centered. So it is a very big skill and important. If you uphold this skill, any design, any plan, any action, and you make sure that that action is appropriate to the learner, trust me, you are going to be the best teacher of all times. Another thing I want to talk about is leadership. A teacher must have leadership skills. Do you listen to people when they are talking? Who is a leader? A leader is someone entrusted with authority and responsibility to direct and guide a certain group of people to achieve a common goal. So you as a teacher, you have a role to lead that class to victory, to academic performance. Remember that you are training those learners, you are teaching those learners not only to excel academically, but to transform their behavior. You need to make sure that you transform learners' behavior. Don't be a teacher who is always complaining. Learners are not disciplined. These learners. You're a leader. You need to know how to manage your class. You need to know how to tame your learners. You need to listen to your learners. Remember, learners or children are not teens to be filled with knowledge. They are torches to be switched on. So you need to discover the greatness in the learners. You need to inspire learners. You need to motivate learners to bring out their best. You need to teach learners that it helps them to perform. You need to equip learners with the skills that will make them better every day. So, a good teacher must possess leadership skills. If you teach in a school for a year and they don't give you any responsibility, no, your leadership skills are still average. You are not a class teacher. You are not a head of department. You are not heading a club. Literally, you are just a teacher in a class. That is a clear indicator that you are lacking something. So a good teacher should be a great leader. Thank you so much for keeping it. We meet same time, same place. Stay it locked to Teacher Moses Kataza 1997. See you when you see me.